sono alcuni dei colori e tessuti che li ispiravano per questa collezione?
Beh, i colori assolutamente ho proprio cercato nel mondo marittimo, quindi il blu, il rosso, il bianco, il nero, il giallo, il verde smeraldo, tutti i colori della marina.
Now, I was reading about the description of the collection, and it was saying how you want to emphasize the masculine but also feminine part of the women. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, I like put together masculine and feminine, and all is very mixed with something of Oriental style, and I think is very, very sophisticated to put these two things together.
And I've seen some feathers, some beautiful, playful fabrics in this collection. Tell us about the inspiration of those fabrics.
Those fabrics are all fabrics made for my brand, are all in exclusive for my brand.
Tell us a little bit about the inspiration of the collection.
So the inspiration is a garden game. Let's say we thought about these girls playing with our dresses in order to see also the dresses in movement with some.
It's like a wish of lightness, of happiness, of joy, and play a little bit with life.
Any future new store openings, anything new you'd like to share with us, any news, new projects?
So we just did our first couture show. Let's say first, not first, because my mother started with haute couture, but we just show our couture in Paris in July. And what other?
So we want now to improve more also all the day looks, the more sunny looks. We love open air also. We are really the queen of the garden parties, like all the celebrities, but not just all the girls. The women of my age, they adore to dress our way for garden parties and for, leisure.
Is that why you didn't say anything? Is that why you didn't say?
We're here at Milan Fashion Week Spring 2020 to see the amazing collection by Arthur Arbesser, who is coming from Austria. And his collection is also inspired by his grandmother. So can you tell us a little bit about that, and how is it that you see your target woman?
So, wow, a lot of questions. Hello, thanks for being here. So yeah, the collection was inspired by my grandmother. I thought I'm a small niche brand. There's so many clothes out there that I think the most important reason to exist basically is do something very personal, something very private. Hence, I always want to tell a story. I want to give emotions also through a fashion show, and I want to tell a personal story. So this time it was dedicated to my grandmother. She had a very turbulent life through war and loss, and actually quite a tragic life, but she always maintained this incredible sense of humor, a lovely, wicked sense of humor and a lot of irony. And I think I got this from her, to keep fighting this fashion world.
I'm Mia Mark, and we are at the New York Fashion Week. Welcome and enjoy the Custo Barcelona Fashion Show. tell us a little bit more about the first look of the show tonight?
Well, the first look is a overall with a shirt, bell bottom, matching handbag. I think you have to pay attention to the whole runway show because it's a message on that. The message that we're trying to say is this is a contemporary collection that build up on creativity.
Signal, sending the signal, sending the signal. I can wait you sooner, so why not just do this now?
What was the inspiration of your collection, and how do you see your target woman?
Great question. So the inspiration for the collection really started with our roots. So we're based in California. So we thought, oh my gosh, we have everything that everybody wants. We have the sun, we have amazing culture here, like for example, surf, great music and art. So we took that as inspiration. You know, instead of going places like we usually go to Barcelona or Istanbul or somewhere else to get inspiration, we decided to stay here.
Loud and clear, babe, I need you here. Let yourself be free. Let yourself be.
Daniel, what was the inspiration of today's collection?
Well, Visual for this season takes inspiration in Barcelona, because which is the city where we were born, okay, and it's the city that inspires us generally. But this year takes a special, relevance because the brand is having a look inside and learning from its origins to be more strong on what the brand represents, okay, in its attitude and also in its codes, but with a very new and fresh look.
What are the colors, the figure, the silhouettes?
In this season, okay, we are renewing our fittings, okay, so we have lots of skirts. That the skirts are, pencil skirts, midi skirts, also évasé skirts. Jeans are very important for this season because are part of our origin. The brand started with the jeans collection.
Happy, or is that what you're afraid of? Don't you want to dance to the beat of your own drum?
I love you, Fashion TV.
I really wanna thank you for dancing till the end. You found a way to break up.
Hello, Fashion TV.
We love you, Fashion TV.
Fashion TV.
Hello, Philip. How do you feel about your show tonight, and what are your expectations?
Well, I feel very happy and very relaxed. It's shortly before the show. I think in a few minutes we're gonna start. The most important thing about tonight is that we have a very interesting casting. We're not only going to see fashion tonight, we're also going to see a big statement tonight. We have only black models on the catwalk, which is going to be a big statement for the fashion industry itself.
I just wanna sip that punch with your peeps and sit in that lunch if you're treating. Kick it with your bitch who come from Parisian. She know where to get mine from in the season. Now she wanna lick my plum in the evening. And fit that tongue to deepen. I guess that can't get any in. I guess that can't get any in. I guess that can't get any in. I guess that can't get any in.
Hello, Glamour World program. Currently, we are at the backstage of Angela Missoni after the show of Spring Summer 2014. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I would like to ask you, since I've seen that the inspiration of your collection was based on top of 4 elements: water, land, fire, and I wanted to ask you, since your target woman is a lady that travels all the world, what was the base of this inspiration?
Okay, so there were different kind of inspiration that were melting together. So for the prints, really the 4 elements, but interpret through a pop Japanese eye, let's say. So the comics, Japanese comics, with lots of strong color and the black and white cut. And for the shapes, yes, I think it's a woman who likes to travel, like to see the world. She's very curious. She brings back memories and souvenirs. So you could have seen in this collection hint and souvenir of traditional costume like sari, sarong, kaftan, but translated into a contemporary wardrobe.
This is how you got also the inspiration for music that was pretty much original, I have to admit.
I hope you enjoy it, yeah. And yes, also.
Yeah, I really enjoyed your show, I have to tell you. Thank you very much, and goodbye, Glamour program. You're really looking great, first of all, and my question would be, can you tell us something more about your movie and about your role, since it's different? Here you're giving your voice for this role.
Well, it's, for me, I came in at that last kind of part of this project's journey. I really came in the post-production time, but still felt that it was such a collaborative process for me, working with Spike and working with Joaquin. It was amazing to have that kind of support, even just not being able to be on set, but feeling like involved still. It was a really intimate experience, and I feel very fortunate I got to come in and play in it.
Thank you very much.
Well, I'm a big believer that everybody deserves to be treated kindly and equal and fairly. And I think this is a great film to continue that conversation. It deals a lot with acceptance and understanding, and I'm really happy to be a part of it.
Was it too hard to be a woman in this movie?
No, I didn't find it to be hard to do most of the things. The hard things were the emotional challenges. The hard things were obviously losing 30 or 40 pounds is difficult, but it's not necessarily the scariest part of it. Sometimes that's the emotional part.
How you prepared yourself for this role?
You don't. You just dive in and you do your best and you hope that you can contribute and make something special.
So you live it.
Thank you. Yeah, you live it.
Thank you very much. Boa noite, Glamour World. Estamos aqui com Pedro e Paulo Morelli, os diretores do filme Entre Nós, que é na competição do festival. Eu queria perguntar uma coisa: como vocês se sentem agora e como foram as suas experiências do filme?
Eu estou muito feliz de mostrar o filme aqui em Roma, é um grande festival e a experiência foi muito boa, o público reagiu muito bem ao filme, a sala estava cheia, a gente ficou muito feliz de poder ter mostrado o filme aqui em Roma e sentir que teve uma recepção calorosa do público romano.
E como nasceu a ideia do filme?
A gente teve essa vontade de fazer um filme junto, eu com meu pai. Já faz mais de 10 anos que a gente está tentando achar qual história a gente queria contar. E a gente acabou encontrando essa ideia de falar sobre a passagem do tempo, sonhos e realizações, ou sonhos e frustrações, e como a passagem do tempo muda a gente na vida. E por isso a gente achou que esse era um tema que tinha muito a ver com nós dois que estamos em momentos diferentes da vida. A gente teve vontade de falar sobre esse assunto.
Mislim da je došao trenutak za najatraktivniji dio na večerašnjem izboru. Nemojte štedjeti vaše dlanove, jer uskoro će vam se predstaviti najljepše djevojke Crne Gore i to u kupaćim kostimima.
Tako, jedan aplauz da ih malo podržite, pa da ih i upoznamo. Bojana Žugić, 19 godina iz Nikšića, student pedagogije, govori engleski i italijanski jezik. Hobio je kuvanje i borilačke vještine. Angelinu Jolie voljela bi da upozna zbog njenog humanitarnog rada.
A sada bih učinila tu počast i pozvala našeg specijalnog gosta, Nenada Ćeranića, da se pridruži ovom preljepom ambijentu večeras i za sve nas, a posebno za ove ljepotice, otpjeva pjesmu Neka pričaju ljudi, čiji je on kompozitor i tekstopisac, a pjesma je namjenski urađena za izbor za Miss Crne Gore. Nenade, izvoli.
Korakom lakim hodaš, sunce se probija kroz oblake, al ne vredi me, jer kad se pojaviš u trenu obasjaš svaku senu, mračnu stranu moje ulice.
Hvala i sa moje strane i kompaniji Miss You i Maji Maraš, aktuelnoj misici Crne Gore 2011. Pozdravimo još jednom aplauzom. Maja Maraš.